Reminder to raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question. First of all, Aryna, how are you feeling out on court today?
Yeah, I felt really great and super grateful to be healthy and ready to compete and to be through the first round. Super happy right now, and yeah, that's my answer.
Any questions? Yeah.
Hi Aryna, Liam from Quality Shot. It's your first time back in 2 years. Do you have any extra emotions because you did open up court one? Did that play in your mind going into the match?
I was thinking about that yesterday, but I was just trying to get myself distracted and not to think about that because it's amazing feeling, and honestly, like see the full stadium, it was something else, and just super grateful for everything I have.
Ben?
What were your thoughts on playing Carson for the first time? I know you didn't know much about her, and obviously the second set was close. So what are your thoughts on her potential as a player?
Yeah, I think if she's continue working, she definitely has a potential. Very big serving. Honestly, in the second set, it was really tough to read her serve, and the speed was unbelievable. And yeah, lucky me, I could break her and finish the set. But yeah, it was tough second set.
Aryna, well done today. You've played on the last two Grand Slams. You opened on like the Sunday, so the kind of Sunday start. Here you played today. Does it feel any different a Sunday start at Slam compared to Wimbledon's the only one now that does the Monday one?
I actually prefer like starting like Monday, having like 2 days, because then if you start on Sunday, then you have like 2 days off. And I prefer to have like just if I start, okay, then it's like one after another one. So I prefer like this.
I'm just curious. There's a kid who was talking to you after the match, and you said he shouldn't say something, or
What?
When you were signing autographs as you were leaving, there was some.
Oh, he was talking Brazilian Portuguese and little cursing stuff, I believe, because the video of me cursing on the practice went viral in Brazil. And he said it, and I replied, and I was like, oh, whoa, you shouldn't be saying that. And I was like, yeah, it was a fun moment.
Billy?
What are your thoughts about the change from having lines people to electric line calling?
I don't know, I was talking about that another day on the press conference. I mean, I'm like 50-50, but probably leaning towards electronical system more. Kind of like just to, don't want to like think of challenging and like just, you know, like don't doubt anything. So I think it's easier like whatever the system's saying, it is what it is, you know, because when you have line umpires, you always like doubt it, and you always like thinking like, should I challenge or shouldn't I, you know, like, and it's a lot of doubt in your head, like an extra doubt, like why would they have it? So I think I'm leaning towards Hawkeye system more than line umpires, even though like historically here is like only line umpires, and it's kind of like awkward, but just have less, you know, struggle in the head. I prefer Hawkeye.
Do you think having a tougher second set will benefit you over the fortnight than just going
Say
through?
it again, what?
Do you think having a tougher second set will be a benefit to you in the long term rather than just winning, you know, 1-on-1?
Well, I think the goal is to win as quicker, as easier as possible, just so like physically you are more fresh in the next rounds. But I think it was really good for me to have this little fight in the second set, just to like to see where my level at and if I'm mentally ready to fight. And I think I'm ready. So I think at the end it was good to have this little fight in the second set.
Quality shot.
You were practicing earlier next to Carlos Alcaraz, and you were hitting some very big forehands. And then afterwards, you guys had a little fun interaction. Are you trying to send some messages to him to what to expect at the US Open mixed doubles, maybe?
Well, not really, but probably from now on I'm gonna start like, you know, like putting pressure on the rest of the.
It's a big prize pool, so you know you got to get everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a lot of pressure.
Aryna, can I just ask, obviously we just had an epic French Open men's final. Yours was very dramatic as well. Would you be interested in if they made it best of 5 in, say, the final, semis, quarters for the women's? Would that appeal, or how would you feel about that?
I think probably physically I'm one of the strongest ones, so maybe it would benefit me. But I think I'm not ready to play 5 sets, and I think it's too much on the woman body. I think we're not ready for this amount of tennis, and I think it would increase amount of injuries. So I think this is not something I would consider. I'll let this thing for guys to handle.
You weren't jealous watching them playing for
Oh
fun
my
like
God.
that?
No, I was happy to see that long, high quality match. For someone watching, it's amazing to see 5 hours of great tennis. It's so fun to watch. But I'm not really, jealous to stay there for 5 hours as a player. I think it was, I don't know how many days they needed to recover after that crazy match, but it was unbelievable match.
Jennifer?
Sorry, I'm like...
As the world number 1, is it difficult to have that pressure on every match, in every tournament, as you are the big favorite?
I think maybe if it would be I would be 20 years old and world number 1, it would be really difficult for me to handle that pressure. But I think I'm quite experienced player, and I'm not focusing on something like that. I'm just trying to focus on myself, get better in my game, get better on and off the court, and I'm just trying to bring my best tennis every time, and I'm just trying to fight for my dreams, and I'm not thinking of being world number 1 and being one of the favorites.
I've often seen you dancing. Can you tell me what it means to you? What it does?
Me? I love doing TikTok. It's something when I feel I'm overthinking something, I put the TikTok and I start to learn dancing just to switch from all of that pressure. You still feel the pressure. Everyone, I think, does. So it's a cool switch off, just to learn something different and to have fun. I'm not the best. Probably my moves are terrible, but I'm trying. I have no time for classes, dance classes,
Really?
Yes, you were speaking before about some of the practice sessions with some really hard-hitting guys. What's the thought process in having practice sessions with some of the top men's players?
Oh, it's amazing, you play with them and you look on that side and you see the difference, you see the different approach to the balls, you're learning, and I think automatically you start reflecting what happening on that side. And actually I think it really helped my tennis, to be honest, because now there's some balls that I used to struggle a little. Right now I kind of understand a little better how to adjust to those balls, and I feel even today on the match and on the practice after hitting with the guys, I felt I improved a couple of things in my game, and I'm super happy that I was able to hit with them because I learned, I think, a lot.
Ben?
Some of the mixed doubles again. How did you pick Grigor?
Honestly, I didn't know what's happening with the U.S. Open mixed doubles, and he just messaged me telling something about mixed doubles. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know. I was like, are you crazy? I'm not gonna play mixed doubles. And then he explained me that it's a week before, and it's 2 days event basically. And I was like, that sounds fun. I talked to my team because I love playing doubles and mixed doubles. It's so much fun. And we played with Grigor some exhibitions together, and I think the level was pretty good. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. I hope so.
Got time for a couple more? Done?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.